Welcome to the Gorilla 7 video series. There are dozens of new features in Gorilla 7, and many more video lessons that go along with it. This is an overview of some of the new features of Gorilla Scheduling 7 and Gorilla Budgeting 7. Gorilla 7 has a new, updated look. You can navigate to any module by selecting that button in the top toolbar. For more commonly used functions, use the toolbar on the bottom of the screen. The new Show Screenplay button allows you to view your screenplay right on the breakdown sheet screen. All tagged elements will be color-coded with the category color for easy viewing. You can expand this view or collapse it. You can now tag your screenplay by selecting a word or a phrase in the screenplay display, tapping the spacebar, and selecting a breakdown category to attach the new tag to. Once tagged, the word or phrase will highlight with that category color. You can still add elements such as props, costumes, and other elements by manually creating that element, as in previous versions of Gorilla. The new Edit Screenplay feature allows you to edit the screenplay. You can modify a word, fix a spelling error, or even add an entirely new action or dialogue line. After the new line has been added to the screenplay, you can then highlight the newly entered element and tag it. Many times, a screenplay contains different text that are, in actuality, elements that have already appeared previously in the screenplay in that scene or another scene. To prevent creating multiple tags for the same element, even if they have a slightly different name, Gorilla 7 introduces Also Tagged As, or Reuse Element. For example, in this scene, Food Spattered T-shirt is already tagged as a costume. In another scene, it is referred to in the screenplay as Dirty Shirt, but it is the same costume used in the previous scene. You can highlight the phrase Dirty Shirt in this scene, tap the spacebar to bring up the tagging window, then select Costumes, and in the Reuse Existing Tag list, select Food Spattered T-shirt. Notice that the highlighted text will be Dirty Shirt, but the tag used in the schedule will be this already existing tag. And you will see that reference in the Scheduled Elements for Scene list. Gorilla 7 now supports multiple episodes within the same schedule. Next to the Scenes field, there is a new Episode field. So it's possible to have two Scene 5s, one for Episode 1 and one for Episode 2. To view the episode number on the Scene Navigator, select Show Episode Number from the Sort button. By flagging an episode number for a scene, you can specify which episode to print if you select this checkbox on the Print Reports screen and choose certain reports that display Select Episode. You can also see the episode number on the stripboard. Lastly, if you use the Add Screenplay feature to add another episode to the existing schedule, you can specify which episode number to add to all the newly imported scenes. Another new feature is the ability to export data from your schedule from one central place. Previously, Gorilla exporting could only be done from the module you were on. The new Export button on the Reports screen allows you to quickly see which reports can be exported. New exports include the Shooting Schedule Report export. This allows you to export this report to Excel, where you can modify the look of it or add any other information to it that you want. Many of the reports have been updated. Here is a list of some of the enhancements. You can now quickly navigate to a shoot day by clicking the shoot day in the Scene Navigator. By default, it takes you to the Call Times tab, where you can enter call times for your actors. Once here, you will notice some more new functions, like going to another shoot day and the new Quick Preview button. You can now not only add all crew to the shoot day you are on, but quickly add all crew to all shoot days. You can set a crew call time to OC, which stands for on call. This will display on the call sheet for that crew member. This field will also import into Koala call sheets. The new Location Day Count shows you how many scheduled days that location is needed for shooting. In addition, if you import your locations to your linked budget, this number imports into the amount field on your detail line item. If we go back to the stripboard, not only can you display the episode number if that is selected in the sort navigation, you can also display your character names instead of the numerical ID for that character. You can also opt to display extras on the stripboard. Gorilla has the ability to push a breakdown sheet to the stripboard, which is useful if you want to have more than one strip for the same breakdown sheet for scheduling purposes. So in essence, it is possible to have 3, 4, 5, or more duplicate strips on the same board. A new feature allows you to remove duplicate strips with one click. Just select Remove Duplicate Strips from the stripboard pull-down menu. Another new feature is Combine Categories. In the Elements module, you can select Combine Categories under the Elements menu. This is important if a screenplay is imported and has multiple categories that are similar. For example, costumes and wardrobe. You wouldn't want both. You would want to combine them. But say there are dozens of elements attached to each category. This feature combines those categories into one category. You are probably aware that Gorilla saves your work as you go, but it's always a good idea to make a backup of your schedule or budget. The new Auto-Save feature auto-saves your schedule or budget at set interval times. Save schedules and budgets are automatically saved in the Documents folder and can be automatically versioned, so that's one less thing you need to worry about. You can now create a timed breakdown of your scenes, essentially a breakdown within a breakdown, and enter timed descriptions such as prep shoot, block scene, prep lighting, shoot scene, etc. There is a new tab on the breakdown screen called Scene Timing. Each entry you create can have a start time and an end time, which will calculate the total estimated shoot time for that scene. This estimated time can display on the stripboard, in addition to having a brand new scene timing report. You can now import breakdown sheets from another schedule, including all the elements, cast members, props, set dressing, etc., from those breakdown sheets into your current schedule. If you have more than one schedule loaded, go to the breakdown screen, and from the File menu, select Import Breakdown Sheets from another schedule. Select the schedule you want to import breakdown sheets from, and either manually select which ones you want to import, or select all. When doing this, you can specify an episode number for the newly imported scenes. Before version 7, if you needed to remove all scheduled elements from a particular breakdown sheet for any reason, you would have to delete each one individually, which could have been a lengthy process. Now, by selecting the breakdown pull-down menu, and then selecting Remove Scheduled Elements from Breakdown Sheet, you can perform this action with one click, allowing you to tag the screenplay from scratch. Gorilla Budgeting also has many new features in version 7. Sporting a new look allows for section divisions on the top sheet to be more easily noticed. A new, faster calculation method allows for much faster navigation to and from the top sheet. Subtotals on the bottom of the top sheet can now be selected, providing a quick summary of that calculation. And color-coded stars, each representing fringes, add-ons, credits, deferred payments, for example, show you where that amount is coming from. The new Classic Detail Report gives you a presentation page or budget summary, followed by the top sheet with page numbers for the detail for that line. This new report also includes the fringes right underneath the detail line item for which it belongs to. Speaking of page numbering, this is now displayed on the top sheet and can be updated manually by selecting the top sheet menu and then selecting Update Page Numbers on the top sheet. A much requested feature is the ability to undo that last delete in the budget. This option is now available if you delete an account on the top sheet or category, an entire section on the top sheet, an account line on the account level, or a detail line item on the detail level. Only the last delete for any of the mentioned sections can be restored. As mentioned for the schedule, Autosave Budget is now a new feature. You can set the autosave time increment in the Save preferences in the Project Manager. Gorilla already allows importing certain items, such as cast and crew, from a schedule into a budget. A new feature allows you to automatically update the rate. So if a rate for a crew member is specified in a linked schedule, and that rate is changed in the schedule, it will automatically update in the budget. You can now use the up and down arrow keys on your keyboard to navigate up and down the rows on your top sheet, account, or detail levels. Gorilla already has top sheet and detail notes. You can now enter general notes about the budget. You can access general notes from the Setup pull-down menu. These notes can be printed at the end of the top sheet. On the detail level, there is now a one-click option for creating your prep, shoot, and wrap lines. First, you want to specify what those values are in budget preferences. Normally, values here are specified in weeks. So if you enter 2 for prep, 6 for shoot, and 1 for wrap, then go to the detail level and select the Insert Prep Shoot Wrap button, 3 new lines will be created with those week values. If you block a detail line item, there was no way you could see that on the top sheet. Now, if an item is blocked, a red dot will appear next to the subtotal for that line, indicating that either all or some of the accounts attached to the top sheet category are blocked. This will also be displayed on the account level with a star B. If the item is deferred, it will be noted with a star D. Similarly, if a fringe is attached to a detail line item, you will see that noted with the letter F on the corresponding account level. The new Compare Budget feature allows you to compare up to 5 budgets on the top sheet level. You have the ability to view account level detail in the comparison view. You can also print a new Compare Budget report. Not only are there new scheduling and budgeting features, the Storyboard module has been completely overhauled. New shot groups allow you to organize shots and storyboards based on shoot day, scene, or any other group you want to create, as opposed to only scene. You can duplicate a single shot or storyboard to another shot group, or duplicate an entire shot group, which is a set of shots, to another shot group. In addition, you now have the ability to import a single shot or an entire set of shots from another loaded schedule. You can also enter specific action and/or dialogue to a shot description. The Gorilla Guide is back for both scheduling and budgeting. Access the most updated version online directly from within Gorilla by selecting the Extras pull-down menu and then selecting Gorilla Guide. Prefer to sit back and watch videos? There are dozens of new training videos available to watch for Gorilla 7. Remember, this is just a quick overview of all the new features that are available in Gorilla 7. For a complete list, check out our Gorilla scheduling and budgeting pages on our website, junglesoftware.com, and download a demo to take Gorilla 7 on a test drive. That's a wrap. Have a great shoot.